Yo, look, it's the holiday edition of Special Delivery, and we got some special stuff on tap for y'all today. We got a guest coming in, my guy, Kevin Paredes, who is a star up-and-coming midfielder for DC United. We unboxing some dunks from my man. This is gonna be a great episode. Y'all get ready, cause it's gonna be a good one. What's good, family? It's your boy Sykes, and you are looking live at a special edition of Special Delivery on this holiday season. I'm here with my guy, KP, and we finna unbox some shoes today, man. Say what's up to the people, KP.
How you guys doing? It's Kevin. I'm here today.
Yeah, man. So, look, I want to give the people a little bit of a background on what we're doing today. So, back in September, we talked a little bit, me, you, and the crew that's here, about your sort of coming up and your upbringing and the things that sort of inspire you to be the person and the player that you are today. But what you did not know is that we took the information from that interview to make a pair of sneakers that specifically tell your story. And that's what's in this box today. That's what we unboxing. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. All right, KP, crack these things open for me, man.
Let's do it.
Sheesh.
It's the heat, yes, sir.
Yeah, these are dope, man. These are dope. Let me borrow this from you real quick. I'm gonna give it back. I promise I'm gonna give it back. But look, just a little bit of background. We tapped the sneaker customizer, Noel Alvarado, to put this together. We just gave him the details of our conversation. Didn't really tell him what to do, which direction to go. He just built this thing out, and this is what he came up with. And I want to go over some of the details, and we gonna get like into the nitty gritty of them. But before we do that, I just want to show them off to the people real quick. So you got this red, yellow, and white colorway on the dunk, right? It starts white at the tip right here. You see it goes back into the yellow. Then you got the red on the back. You got this 30 right here, which is KP's number. And you got all this lightning pattern on it, which I think is a really cool touch that we're gonna get into. On the other one, you see you got that same gradient colorway on this thing, but right here on the back of the swoosh, you got the American flag and the flag of the Dominican Republic, which speaks to KP and his story that we're gonna get into in a little bit. But really, what I really love about these things, man, is the toe box on both of the shoes. So on both of them, you got the words homegrown right here on the left shoe, and then you got 117 on the right shoe. And both of those mean a lot to KP's story, and we gonna get into this. We gonna dive deep, but first, man, I gotta know, like, what do you think about these things, dude? Like, what's your first reaction?
I love these, you know. Like you said, these represent me well. You know, the 30, I love the 30 on them, and you know, the lightning on them, you know, represent me really well.
Yeah. So, all right, before we dive into that, let's take a second, take a pause, take a look at them, move into the story. All right, so first of all, let's start with the right shoe, man, as we always do on the show. So I really want to start with the colorway, right? Because this is something that is specific to you. You told us that your favorite superhero was the Flash, and this is the Flash colorway, right? Like you got the yellow, the red, got the Flash lightning on it, and then you got your 30 right here, and that Flash logo. I want to know for you, like, what is it about the Flash that you connect with? Like, why is that such an important superhero to you?
Well, for me, that's pretty much all I watch. The Flash, you know, he's fast. He does a lot of things that, you know, is underrated, I say, and that just represents me. You know, I do a lot of things that, you know, might be not seen, but so, you know, to have 30 on his logo is, you know, means a lot to me.
Yeah. What is it as far as the colorway goes? Like, how do you vibe with this? Like, how does this speak to you and sort of the way that you play in your play style?
Of course, you know, it's creative. Like I would say, that's like how I play is flashy. I play with a lot of flair, so, you know, the shoes, you know, represent me a lot.
Yeah, so the other thing that I really want to go over, and I'll pick up the left shoe for this too, I think is a really cool detail. So on one shoe, you got homegrown right here. On the other shoe, you got section 117. And so obviously, like, you're from the DMV area. For those of you who don't know, that's DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And honestly, I feel like we kind of underrated when it comes to the sneaker culture thing, but That's another rant for another day. But anyway, you're from the area, which is what the homegrown represents here. And then you got 117 right here, which is a really cool detail that you told us, that you look at section 117 sometimes when you play, because that is where you would literally watch games from, right? When you were a kid, when you were a fan. So I want to know from you, like, what is it like to sort of not only play in this league that you sort of grown up watching, but to play for the team you watched and be able to sort of reminisce on that section 117 like that?
Yeah, like, you know, my family, my brothers really love DC, and just watching them when I was 5, 6, and now be able to, you know, play for the team, being one of the few of the players in this area that can be able to be 18 and be able to play for this club, you know, it's an honor that I had to take with me. And the 117, you know, that shows like my progress as, you know, a young kid to where I'm at now. The things I had to sacrifice to be in that position where I am right now. And, you know, whenever I look at that section, I look at a young 12-year-old Kevin, and what I am now is just, you know, a true blessing.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you talked about your family there, and I really want to get to that, because we've got, like I said, on this back heel covering up the swoosh, you got the half American flag, half Dominican Republic flag. And I felt like that really speaks to sort of your roots and where you and your family come from, right? And so, like, I know family means a lot to you. You know, they've helped you get to the point that you've gotten, like you expressed that in our conversation. So I really want to know from you, like, what is it, one, not only to sort of share this moment in your life, your career with them, but two, to like have your roots acknowledged in this way.
I know, you know, myself, I'm very proud to be, you know, who I am, being American Dominican, but for my parents, I know when they see this, they're gonna be very happy. So, you know, they came here with nothing, and, you know, they provided a family provided a life and family for me and my brother. So, you know, any way I can, you know, show support, show love, and make them proud, it's gonna mean a lot to them.
Yeah, and honestly, Kev, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. Like, that is really one of the biggest reasons that we wanted to give you these shoes, and we wanted to give this to you as sort of a holiday thing, because of that conversation and the way that you sort of touched us with the fact that you are so willing to give back and are so grounded to your roots still as an 18-year-old professional athlete. Before we dive into that, though, let's get into that brass tacks. Like I said, when we talked before back in September or whenever it was, and we talked at this point, you told us that one of the things that you sort of take pride in is sort of giving back to your community, specifically in the DR. And you told us that you donate clothes, food, money, whatever it is that your grandma needs to sort of spread out into the community. I thought that was such a noble thing of you to do. Number one, just period, point blank, as a human being. But then number two, as an 18-year-old, you don't have many 18-year-olds that'll do that, especially not professional athletes like yourself. So I kind of want to know, man, like, what is it that sort of drives you to do that, number one? And number two, like, how is it that in your position, like, you stay so grounded in your roots? Because like I said, not a lot of people would do that.
Yeah, you know, like I said, to be in the position I am right now, it would be nothing without my family. You know, my parents did so much for me. My grandparents did so much for me. And, you know, just to give back home to my grandma, just to give all those clothes and, you know, food and anything they need is, you know, it's something that, you know, I take pride in. That's something I need to do, because, you know, there's other kids, you know, out there that need the stuff that, you know, I can get on a day-to-day basis. So whatever I can do, especially in the position I am right now, you know, I can do a lot.
Absolutely, man. Well, look, you put us in a given mood, so because you did that, these sneakers are yours. This is the first special delivery on special delivery, and it goes to you. So how do you feel about that, man? Like, I feel like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you guys a lot. You know, I love these a lot, and I can't wait to wear them with some nice fits.
Yeah, Kev, I ain't gonna hold you. You're lucky that these not 11 and a half, because if they might not have made it into the studio, man. I might gotta hit up my guy Noel to see what's good with the custom, because these joints are fire. But anyway, family, that's a wrap for special delivery, or at least this part anyway. Stay tuned. We got a quick interview, surprise interview coming up that y'all ain't gonna want to miss. Noel, thank you so much for hopping on special delivery with us today, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, dude. I gotta say, you really did your thing with these dunks, dude. I honestly don't know how you did it, and that's why we got you on here today. We want to kind of talk to you about the process. I know, like we sent you the notes that we had after having a conversation with KP here, and you just kind of did your thing from there. So I'm curious, like when you first got the details of what we were trying to do and what we wanted to put together, like what were some of the first thoughts creatively that sort of came into your mind?
Like right away when you guys mentioned the Flash, I was like, I have to do something with the Flash. So I just knew, basically, like I try to take a concept within an idea, like okay, the Flash, lightning, colors. So I knew he liked colors, so that's kind of what I had in mind right away, was like the Flash with the lightning and everything like that.
So for the flag on the left shoe, man, I gotta say, like, this thing is just incredibly detailed. And me and Kev were actually just talking, like looking at the flag. It's just like, it's so detailed. I'm like, how did you do this? Like, what was the process like for you doing this? Because like, you got all the stars and the stripes of the American flag. You got every detail down for the flag of the DR. Like, what went into developing this?
Well, it was kind of difficult at first because I was like, I'm gonna have to stretch the flag out a little bit too much. It might look a little weird, but I got it down like to the perfect size where I was like, I could definitely nail down like the details, make it look exactly like both flags, without making it look kind of distorted, I guess you could say.
No, just the way you put, the two flags together, I thought, my family gonna appreciate it a lot, just to see, how we came through up and, what you did for the whole shoes, I really appreciate it, and, it was really tough. I appreciate you.
So for me, I gotta say the subtle detail of the text on the toe box is just really cool. It's really exact, really precise, of having the homegrown and the section 117 on both of the shoes. I'm curious, like when you were thinking about those aspects of this, because like I feel like that's a really important part of Kev's story is like him just being a homegrown talent and playing for this team that he grew up watching. Like, how did you sort of come up with the idea of incorporating those into the toe box?
I just didn't want to do too much where it was like kind of like because I already had the lightning bolts and everything like that. I wanted to do like a subtle detail that you really gotta look close to the shoe and be like, wow, like these are actually like different. So I really wanted to incorporate something where it was like you had to really look into the shoe to see the detail.
So I gotta say, for these lightning bolts, man, we were actually so like before Kev got here, and we were taking B-roll shots of the shoes, the lightning bolts, man, they actually were like shining when the camera light hit them. I don't know if that's actually like a thing. Like, is that something that like you kind of set out to do, or like, I don't know, am I tripping, or are these just that good?
I don't know. It's probably just luck. I don't know. I just lightning bolts are definitely like one of my go-to like designs, I guess, within like just trying to do something crazy. I like to make it look realistic, so I guess I pulled it off.
Kev, what would you say your favorite part of these is?
For me, 100% is the 30. How you put the 30 on the Flash logo. So I think that's the most fire part of the shoe.
Oh yeah.
How'd you sort of get because like I guess it's one thing in my mind, because I'm not an artist, like I have no idea what your creative process is, but like it's one thing to like envision the Flash logo with the number in it, but like it's another to like sort of actually create it, and so I'm curious as to like how you did that.
So I kind of just did like a quick little mock-up of the actual Flash logo, and just try to find different like text that would match that same design, and just adding like the little 3D detail to make it look a little bit to make it look exactly like the Flash logo.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Well, look, Noel, once again, thank you so much for putting these joints together, man. I was telling Kev during the show, man, he's lucky these joints ain't 11 and a half, because if they was, they might not have made it back to the set. I'm just saying, but nah, these are great, man. Thank you so much for this and working with us on this special project, a first for us. I don't know if you know that. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh no, thank you guys again for having me, and of course, like, thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But anyway, family, that is a wrap for Special Delivery. I'm your boy Sykes. This is my guy Kevin Paredes. That's Noah Alvarado, and this is a wrap. Thank you guys so much for watching this special holiday edition of Special Delivery. Make sure you like and subscribe to catch future episodes of Special Delivery. And for this episode, we're actually donating money to a charity back in the DR, the Bienvenido Project, which gives money, clothes, food, whatever necessities they may need to folks back in the DR. So if you feel so inclined to donate, make sure you click down in the link below to do that.